Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust to talk about that Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And today we're talking about Cargo Ship and how it's going to change the game for everybody, but more specifically for solos and small groups. So full disclosure, it's about mid-July-ish 2022. We are waiting for Oceanbound to hit public testing branch, also known as PTB. It's a separate download. We do know Oceanbound is going to be Cargo Ship. But I'm here to tell you that Cargo Ship is definitely going to be changing the game for everybody, but it's really going to be a positive thing for solos. And it's just kind of like a free-form thought here. We had a lot of people talking about it in comments, also during live streams. So I want to go over my thoughts and ideas about the Cargo Ship and why I think it's a really good thing for all people, but especially those solos even entering a server. More points of interest are always a good thing. No matter what, and it's going to spread out a lot of the different player base. But first and foremost, before we do this, I don't know if I said this earlier, PTB is a separate download. By the way, when we say this does come in to PTB, it's going to hit the PTB first. It's a separate download. You have to launch a completely different. It's Rust, but it's a different title, and it should cook in there for roughly 2 to 3 months. It could potentially be earlier than that, but our history points towards like 3-ish months. And once that's good and it has the polish, it gets pushed over to main branch, also known as normal Rust. Just so you know. So if you're on main branch going, where is it? Well, that's why it's going to be over on testing. But anyways, as it comes in, I think a lot of the solo players, I mean, initially there's going to be a lot of traffic here, like a lot of traffic because everybody wants to try it out, but it's going to be really good because how many times have you been a solo and you get rolled by a Zerg, right? It happens a lot. And you're like, man, like, you know, you set up for some high-tier monuments like launch site, and, you know, there's like a Zerg camped out here, and you try to sneak in, they're always doing Bradley, they're always inside of the offices, like they're always digging on you hard, and it's really hard to go in and out of this monument. Well, I mean, there'll still be launch site campers and Zergs and stuff, but here's the thing. With Cargo Ship, it's not stationary, and it's hard to camp it. It's always moving, so you're not going to be in the same place you were when you boarded the ship. It's going to be all over the place. It gives you more opportunity to board said ship. We'll actually show you on the map here. We're going to spawn one in. You'll see an icon here, and then with crates. So it really pulls people to another point of interest that people really want because there's really high tier loot there. But also, it's going to be a lot harder for these larger groups to really like camp it out. And we don't have access to minis, even though I crashed one here earlier. Obviously, I'm on the PC side. But like, we only have rowboats, kayaks, and ribs. That's it. That's the only way we can get on board. So it's really controlled. So if you're a solo player and you're just getting started, you're like, hey, how do I even get this? Like, go to a fishing village or go to the bandit camp. Heck, you can fish at the bandit camp. Make yourself some low grade. Easy, right? Gut the fish, get some cloth going on the outside, start crafting some of that low grade. Go find a boat on the shore and hit this. You can do it primitive, straight up. So if you guys have ever done oil rig or even been on the oil rig long enough to see a blue scientist, if you know how to take out a blue scientist on oil rig, you're good to go. Like, it's not that crazy. It's the same idea where you isolate one, push hard until you wreck them, you know, fade back, heal up, and then you push the next one. Isolate, push, wipe them out, heal up. It's the same pattern, right? Like, if you can do oil rig, you can definitely do Cargo Ship. So, like, the reason why I think this is going to be such a big deal is because the monument moves, it comes and goes, and it's constantly like, by the time you're done with a fight, you can be halfway across the map, you know, or like, let's say you're on the shore, but these Chads aren't, like they're sitting over here in like L3, it's going to take them longer to respond. So if you have a water base that's close to the shore with the boat already, you're good to go, man. And like I said, you can hit this thing solo, no problem. Primitive, no problem. Okay, so let me just zip out here and kind of spawn one in right quick. Let me know what you guys think. So, barring the performance issue, obviously, let's just assume that the performance is good. You know, because we have core systems, PlayStation, Xbox, and then the Pros, and then we got the next gens, PS5, Series X. Obviously, the next gens can handle, but what I'm saying is, what do you guys think about the Cargo Ship? Do you not care? Are you more like, hey, this is going to be a good thing? Like, you know, just general thoughts. I'm curious as to what people are, your thoughts on it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pop a couple of these. You guys can see how good my aim is, and by good I mean bad. Obviously we have the recoil changes here on the PC. Sorry if this is too loud. We don't have those yet. So you would board this with a vehicle, but you can already start to see, like, you just kind of push and then you're good to go. Full disclosure, I am in admin mode, so I can't die. Let's see, like, you go here and then well, this is a bad example. I did not isolate. you would take this guy out, push hard until he's down, then you go back, you heal, right? Then loot this guy, and even the blue scientist, even if you don't get the crate itself, look at this. Look at this military crate, good to go. Even if you don't get these locked crates, oh, that's what a beautiful shot. Even if you don't get these locked crates, you can still get a lot of loot off this thing, right? So like, and the beautiful thing too is, if you're solo and you're running like primitive, you can see these clowns coming. Jump off the side and dip. Yeah, cargo ship's got some big boy loot for sure, especially with the crates. Here, let me show you what this icon looks like if I can step back here. Sorry, it's super loud. I had to turn this way down. So you can already see right here, you can see how many crates are on board, but you'll see the ship itself moving across the map. For some reason, I think I spawned it on something, so it's stuck. But this will actually move across the map. So definitely a lot of different changes. You can't really predict where things are going to happen on this, and you can't really predict who's going to be on it, right? I would assume when this first comes out, there's going to be a ton of people on board, so just be ready for that. But it's good. Also with this is going to bring in the L96. I'm sure you guys have seen something about that. Even some of the new scopes I think are going to come with it too, because those all were L96 type things. So be ready for that. It's going to be good. L96 is going to be good for players that are trying to push oil rig. Helps give you some of that range. It's going to be a little bit bad for solos because there'll be more roof camping with range. But overall, I think you guys are going to like the L96. The magazine's a bit deeper here because, again, we're on PC and we have the recoil changes. We have the mag extender. But yeah, I'll give you like a couple quick run-throughs here. But yeah, even when these crates aren't on board, still worth it. Like for me, if I'm super low, I would just take some of these and then jump off the side. Get some of your scuba equipment, you're good to go. Pop the crates, you're good to go. Okay, so let me go to the back here. So you can go downstairs. There's going to be all kinds of like ambient stuff. You can hide around boxes. There are elite crates on board. There's military crates, brown crates, and elite crates. Elite crates are the ones that sit either after you kill the Bradley, down a helicopter, or on top of the launch site. Most people kind of, here I'm going to use my admin. I want to be able to talk over these guys, just rattling shots. But if you go down here, there's tons of crates. A lot of people miss them. Mil crates, here's an elite crate right here. Bam. Get paid. Look at this. Obviously, we don't have the MLRS yet, but you start to really see how lucrative this is. Major scrap. And heck, take a kayak, right? It's a mobile vehicle. Take it and then just row your way out of here, man. Who's going to stop you? Everybody's going to be so busy trying to board this thing, they're not going to worry about you. So having water bases is definitely key. I think this is going to help the solos tremendously. Just the sheer amount of kits on board. We're going to go around the back here. Look, you got a free boat off the back. Once you're done, you can release that bad boy. It's going to be dope. So yeah, those are kind of like, yeah, I was thinking about this going, you know, it's not going to be that bad that it's in the game. A lot of people are like, oh no, another monument for Zergs to hit. But I think it's more dipped towards us. You know, obviously if the performance is good, then, you know, more power to us. But more importantly, once this cargo ship does come in and is polished, the next major thing is going to be power surge, electricity. And that's really going to bring some balance in. New gameplay mechanics, new gameplay loops, but more importantly, it's really going to curtail a lot of that turret spam those Zergs have been doing. No cost turret drops, like other than bullets. It's pretty like cake, right? So having that's really going to help out a lot too. So all of this is really good news for solos. But you're probably like, hey, that's cool and all. Like, I'm excited for cargo ship, but I'm really excited about custom servers. Like, that's what I really want. I want solo duo trio servers. I want to be able to do my own role play and PvE. Well, I did do a video on custom servers, and when I think it's coming through, all of the information we have up until this point, I will go ahead and link it now on the end screen if you want to go check that bad boy out. We'll see you on the cargo ship.